Hello, strong people. Long time no see. It's about 2 weeks of pretty inconsistent video uploads, but somehow I gained like 40, 50 new subscribers. So I don't know, but welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I don't know what's going on, but that's crazy. So we're over 400 now, making our way towards 5. I never thought I'd even get close to that. So that's crazy. Hopefully we gain a few more throughout this prep because I think this is uncharted territory for me. I've never done a prep for a show like this. I've never prepped for OSG, never prepped for an online qualifier, never prepped for a regional qualifier for OSG. So this is all new territory to me. It's still Strongman. It's still, similar events. Generally speaking, it's pretty similar, but it's the fact that it's official Strongman Games qualifier to me means a little bit more. So, actually, I'm probably going to erase that Arnold invite I've had on this chalkboard for a while. And that's not giving up on it. If I ever make it there, cool. If I don't, I'm not super mad about it because it's not like, I'm not going to say that, it doesn't mean anything, because it absolutely does. But in terms of, competitive level, OSG is like the best in the world. So I just think that OSG it's above the Arnold for sure. So that's kind of the new goal. And I don't know, Nationals has kind of lost its luster for me a little bit, so that's okay. So plan. Well, today's the press day. So we'll get that out of the way. We got circus dumbbell. You guys have not seen me train circus dumbbell yet because I did not. Last time I had it in a show was not this March, the March before, and I don't think I was making videos then. So yeah, this is gonna be the first time you guys see me train circus dumbbell. So I don't really know how I feel about it, but this dumbbell I have sucks, which is fine. So if it sucks, that means the show one might be easier. Who knows? But either way, press day today. So we got circus and then axle press, strict press specifically. But the plan going forward is, so it's June 17th? 17th today, I think. In about 2 weeks, I'm guessing, give or take, the official Strongman Games online qualifier is going to be announced to the 3 events. And, whenever July opens up, July 1st hits, I'm assuming that's whenever it's going to start, which means I need to hit, those 3 lifts, whatever they might be, record the video, do all the, whatever their qualification systems requirements are. So I'm doing that first. Not prepping for it, just going to do it. And whatever we get, we get. So I'm cool with that. If we make it, if we qualify for OSG through that, cool. But I wanted to do one more show anyway, and I think the OSG qualifier is a cool one to do. So I'm excited for it. We're going to do a full prep for it. Pretty good events for me. And sorry I look like this, by the way. I've already started warming up, and it is like 100% humidity out here. It's going to be the hottest day of the summer this week, I'm pretty sure. And it was like 90 something today, 91 I think. And it rained, so now it's not quite 91, but the humidity is through the roof. So it's like I'm essentially training in a sauna tonight, which is fine. And it's only going to get hotter the rest of the week. So let's get into it. Oh my God. It's so hot in here. Yeah. So I just finished up my last set of 5 on dumbbell. That went really well. It was a little tricky getting used to putting the dumbbell down like that. It wasn't in the program to do it that way, but it's more efficient. So usually, what I mean by that is usually after I press the dumbbell, I'll drop it on the pads, reset, pick it up. And frankly, that's just a waste of time. If it's light enough to where you can, catch, tap the ground with it, and then clean it again just like that, you're going to save so much time. So that's what I wanted to do there. And it's not like it's going to matter come showtime that much because I don't have to do it once. Hopefully, it's just log, dumbbell, then axle, clean and press away. So as long as I clean it right and press it right the first time, I won't have to clean it again. So, but I still wanted to practice that. Go a little faster, better cardio. I think it'll help me work on the clean in general too. So I'm happy with that. Felt good, felt weightless, which is kind of how dumbbell should feel. Like you shouldn't muscle it up like that. It should be a kind of a dip, jump, and catch motion. And then there's ways you can make it easier, like if you jump, it leaves your shoulder, you can kind of lean to one side and catch it, or you can like push jerk it. There's a lot of ways to press a dumbbell, and I like to do kind of like a weird push jerk type of thing with it sometimes. I wasn't doing it tonight because I didn't feel like I needed to, and I wanted to just work on straight up, just whatever, just that. I didn't want to mess with it. So sometimes I'll do the push. I'll dip, drive, and as I drive, I kind of split my legs, not forward and backward like a split jerk, but kind of side to side, just to get a little bit lower underneath it, catch a little bit easier. I don't know, I haven't tried it enough to like use it, so maybe I'll worry about it here during prep. Because it may come in handy for that 220 bell. The less, I don't know, the less leg power I need to use on it, the less shoulder drive I need, the better, because I need it all for that axle, which is what I have next. So let's clear don't buy a Titan dumbbell. I don't even know if they make them anymore, but oh my God, they're so bad. They work fine, but as soon as they touch the ground, they bend. I just spent 10 minutes trying to get the weights out because the bell, the sleeve inside will stay, but the bell, the end caps, the bucket, whatever you want to call it on the end, they bend. So whenever the sleeve stays in one spot and the whatever you want to call it, the cap around it, the bucket, it'll bend inward and it'll pinch the plates inside. So you got to bend it back, you drop it on the opposite end, and it's just a nightmare. Not ideal, but it's what I have, and it fits the weight I need. So we're sticking with it. All right, on to axle. Well, axle strict press is done. That's kind of tough. I've had log in my program. I think now. Log's been in my program for a little while now. I don't know exactly how long. Since nationals last year, so I've been training almost only log since August of last year. Haven't had an axle up until now, up until regionals, a couple weeks ago. But I didn't do any strict press for that, really. I don't think. So it's a different movement. It's funky compared to strict press on a log. I feel like I can lean back a little bit more on a log, but that could just be because I'm not used to pressing on an axle strict. So it's okay. Yeah, I don't feel like I get a whole lot of oomph off the chest. Like on log, I feel like I have a good shelf and I can really, get a good pop off the chest even in strict press. And I just wasn't feeling that with the axle. It's a little bit more, I don't get my chest in it as much on axle, which seems a little bit strange. I would think it'd be the other way around, but my neutral grip pressing seems to incorporate more chest than my, whatever the regular grip is. So, I don't know. It'll get better though as weeks go. I haven't trained strict axle in, oh God, I don't think maybe I had some strict axle for Nationals 2022? I don't know, but I don't really remember it. Either way, it'll get better. I don't know how much strict axle will do altogether, but that's what we're doing right now, so happy with it. The burn, it was a nice pump, that's for sure. Like, the weights are moving well, but I was getting, 8, 9, 10. I was getting gassed out a little bit. So, on to accessories. I think it's pretty minimal accessories, like 2 sets of 10. For pretty much everything. I don't exactly know what I have next, but I think it's single arm lat pull down and then some basic like some core work, some triceps. So we'll get into it. All right, so I'm tired and I'm sweaty, and I didn't record some stuff. I wish I would have, like the single arm lat pull downs. I wish I would have recorded those. I can kind of mimic the movement here, but I don't know that I've done those since starting these videos. I'm sure I have, but basically what I do is I kneel down and like if I'm pulling from this side down, like from here in, I want my left knee up, my right knee down. So it just makes more sense to me that way. But basically what I was doing with the single arm, and I love this movement. I developed what I would consider really like mind muscle connection. Those are the words. To my lats has improved so much since doing this movement because it's complete isolation. To me, it feels like there's no movement I've found yet that hits lats quite like this. I get a good lat pump now doing most lat exercises, but before I feel like I was just kind of pulling the weight and I wasn't really feeling my lats work. But since starting this movement, night and day difference. So basically all you do, I'm standing of course, but you kneel down and you just go, you just pull it into your side just like that. And I try to start it completely stretched out. Like I want to feel my lat, try to engage it a little bit, feel it, and then when I feel it there, lock in, then I'm pulling. And it doesn't take much weight, and your lats are fried. I did 2 sets of 10 each side, and then an AMRAP on each side. And I don't think I might have done like 15 reps, probably 10 to 12 good ones, and then 3 that are just like grinding through it. So I love that movement. I should have recorded it, but I didn't. I'm glad that it's back in the program, though, because I was actually just talking about that the other day. And now, what else did I do? Oh, I did vertical dumbbell front raises to vertical. So basically, stand here, step on it. I think they're supposed to be dumbbell, but I did bands because I do a lot of bands. Basically, it's just to vertical. And it doesn't look like much, but this red band after 10 reps, it works. So now we're at the part of the workout where I am doing a little bit more dumbbell work as well as triceps. So pretty minimal reps tonight, 2 sets of 10 are pretty much all accessories. So thank God, because my triceps are fried after, well, my right one is fried after circus dumbbell. because that stabilization, like just like this, I can feel it, still pumped, just sore. It's the stabilization. So I know that I have some stabilization. I think they're like waiter walks or whatever after this and after my core work. So it's like 3 sets of 50 feet holding something up here. I'm just in that position, getting used to it. So probably won't record that just because I don't want to. The video is already going to be pretty long at that point. So the stabilization like that's going to matter a ton. But I'm not going to go super heavy on this tricep movement. It's supposed to be some other variation, but this is my go-to. I love it, so I'm going to keep doing it. So I think another 2 sets of 10 on this, and then a dumbbell lateral raises too. So we'll do our thing. That was definitely more than 10 reps, but that could have been a little bit more challenging. I'll bump it up. I'll grab a little bit more band tension next round. I should be able to do this right here. The gym's all cluttered right now. Not that it wasn't cluttered before, but I have a bunch of plates here on the floor because I sold a couple yesterday. Sold some older 45s and some older 35s because I just didn't need them. I was wanting to get more plates anyway, different way, but like some more of those weighted outs. But I don't really need them right now. With that being said, doesn't mean I don't want them. But I just don't really use these. They just kind of sit here. And now that I have my these Rogue 50 kg plates, I can essentially get rid of that number of 45s. At least for now. Like if I'm doing full, like if I have medleys and stuff for competition, I'm just not going to have enough weights for all of it. I don't think. So, and that's like if it's a farmer's and do a yoke run or whatever. If I have like 3 deadlift bars set up, I won't have enough plates for that regardless. So as long as I have enough to do, the main movements, it'll be all right. What am I doing again? Oh yeah. Oh, I see a mosquito flying around. Oh. I was having fun with a TikTok comment today. This guy was saying like, "You're just big, you're not athletic," which is kind of funny. Like I don't get annoyed with comments really ever. Most of the time, people are just kind of misinformed, and I don't take any of it to heart. You can say whatever you want; it won't bother me. But I like to have fun with them every now and then, just because it's could make good content, could educate someone. Some people are literally like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Not very often though. People don't like being proven wrong very often. But this guy was saying how oh, you're just big, you're not athletic. What's the point of this? I'm like, well, I love it, so I'm gonna do it. 2, big and athletic, I would say. I'm comfortable saying that. Like, I'm not like a freak athlete or anything, but I'm definitely, I am athletic somewhat. Played baseball for, all my life. Stopped after high school. Didn't even try to play college. I wish I would have. I don't know if I would have made it, but I don't know. I loved it. That's what my obsession with strongman was almost, I would say, worse with baseball, believe it or not. Because baseball, you can put in pretty minimal effort and still have fun with it. There's no putting in minimal effort in this. Every night that I train, it is 100%. It needs to be there. Every now and then I'll have a bad night and I'll slack off or something. And it's just, I know that it doesn't change too much, but it's the whole idea of like, you wasted that day. So, but in baseball, we could go, me and my buddy Jake, if you're watching, we were always at the batting cages. And we did that more for fun. Like, yeah, you get better the more you practice, the more you swing the bat, but it was mostly fun. Like, we didn't really work on like drills a whole lot. That's not true. I would, mess up my stance occasionally here, see what felt right, see what felt better. I would do that. But I didn't do hitting specific drills or anything. Mainly because I just don't think I knew. It came somewhat natural, and then I kind of messed around with it and lost it for a little bit, and then found it again, and lost it again. It just depends. But I was good. I was happy with how good I was. I think I could have been better if I would have, done more drills or whatever. But I would honestly probably drop all of this if it meant play baseball, you know, like professionally. I still think about playing like men's league baseball or something, just because it's what I loved. And I would love to do that. But I don't think, like, definitely as I put on muscle, as I put on size, I'm definitely less mobile, not as fast, I would say. So I don't think I'd be nearly as good, and I think I'd just be disappointed that I'm not as good as I was. I could definitely hit the ball a lot further, probably. But I don't know. I can't, like, I wouldn't be able to do it just for fun. I'm too obsessive to just do it for fun. Like this, I love this. This is fun, but at the same time, I'm like, let's go. Come on, what's next? Just because I like having constant goals. And if I played baseball like that, I'd end up wanting to try to go further or something stupid like that. And I wouldn't be able to do both this and that. So one thing would suffer, one thing would improve. It's the trade off. You can't be great at both of those things. That was a lot of rambling. I don't know what came out of that, but maybe something. I know I got a good tricep pump and a shoulder pump. Oh yeah, I think that was all because this guy said I wasn't athletic, which I disagree. I think you need to be an athlete to be a good strongman. And at this point, I think I'm a pretty good strongman. There's plenty of areas I can always improve, but that's going to happen whenever you have 50 events you got to do, like circus dumbbell. I got to get better at that for sure. It's not bad right now, but it's definitely not great. It'll get there. But there's plenty of like stones. There's plenty of events I can get a lot better at. But you need to be an athlete. I think being an athlete in this sport helps a ton because you already kind of have that work ethic going into it. Even though this is still crazier than anything else I've done. But I think it helps. Plus, being able to, I just think being an athlete helps in every way in this sport. Like you still got to run, you got to pick up stuff, you got to move, you got to, transitions. You got to be athletic. You got to be fast in between stuff. Hand-eye coordination. You got to throw a bag, one arm throws, throwing, catching a barbell overhead. Most of the top strongmen have played some sort of other sport, if not multiple sports. Like Brian Shaw, college basketball player. Thor, college basketball. Maybe even professional. I don't know. He might have played professional in Iceland or something. Eddie Hall, an almost Olympic swimmer. Mitchell Hooper's played about everything under the sun. Probably could have been a pro golfer or something. Did football. He did marathons. He did baseball. He did everything. Rugby, I think. He's a free, and I think that's what's helped him learn the sport so fast. One, he's really smart, but two, he's just an athlete. Tom Stoltman still playing soccer occasionally at 400 pounds body weight and 6'9". That's insane. I know Tom Evans, college football player. Robert Oberst I think he might have been pro. I don't know for sure. Maybe Tom Evans was too. But football players, and you can always tell. You can always tell when someone was an athlete before they were a strongman, just by the way they move a lot of the time. There's a fluidness to it rather than being stiff. So I'm trying to think of others off the top of my head, but I mean those are some pretty legit strongmen. Well, I mean, obviously, some of the best in the world, best ever. So I'm not going to record anything else because I blabbered for really long there. So I hope you enjoyed that. So I'm going to finish up with my, what am I doing? Oh, core work. And then I think they're waiter walks. So, but tomorrow, deadlift day. I am planning on keeping a rest day in between this day and deadlift day. So normally it'd be Monday press, Tuesday off, Wednesday deadlift. But I have to move my deadlift to tomorrow. And then Wednesday, everything in this shed is being moved. And then the shed is being relocated further down in our yard to another flat spot. So it's out of the way. And then there's another shed over there, which you've never seen because I don't have any gym stuff in it. But that one's getting moved as well. So these two sheds are being moved from this spot. We're going to get a slab of concrete down and then hopefully a garage. So hopefully pretty soon. And I cannot wait to be out of this stupid thing. I love it. I'm glad it's here. If it wasn't here, I'd be completely screwed. So yeah, it's gonna be 95 degrees Wednesday. It's 90 degrees all week. So I hope I live. Check on your old people and check on your super heavyweights because this heat hurts. I'm going to finish up my workout and go get food. So go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one.